Hey everyone! Tears behind the tree, the quietly powerful moment Kelly Ripa gave us permission to feel. Let's be honest, we all know what a holiday special is supposed to look like. It's glittering lights, perfectly timed laughter, and cheerful music that swells right on cue. It's a world of curated joy, a 2-hour escape into a snow globe of festive perfection. And for decades, Kelly Ripa has been a master at hosting that very kind of delightful, energetic celebration. But this year, something shifted. This year, during a holiday special that promised the usual warmth, Kelly did something extraordinary. She gently, quietly peeled back the shiny wrapping paper of the season to reveal the tender, real, and beautifully complex heart that beats beneath it. She didn't break the snow globe, she simply showed us that it's okay, more than okay, if there are a few quiet tears misting the glass from the inside. What unfolded wasn't a shocking confession or a crafted moment. It was something far more rare in our public, polished world: authentic, emotional honesty. It was a mother, a wife, a woman in the spotlight, allowing the quiet weight of time, love, and memory to be seen and felt. And in doing so, she gave a profound gift to every viewer who has ever felt a swirl of complicated emotions while hanging a stocking or lighting a candle. The unspoken shift, when the holiday noise softens. From the opening moments, viewers sensed a different, more reflective energy. The set was as festive as ever, but Kelly's demeanor held a new layer. Her trademark smile was still radiant, but it was now paired with a thoughtful softness in her eyes, a look that any parent, any adult child, any person who has loved and watched time pass would instantly recognize. It was the look of someone holding a cherished but bittersweet truth. She began to speak about motherhood, a role she has always discussed with hilarious and unfiltered pride. But this time, the humor was tinged with a poignant vulnerability. She reflected on the evolution of Christmas in her own home, a journey so many of us are on, but so few talk about openly. Christmas, once filled with early mornings, scattered wrapping paper, and that pure, childlike excitement, it feels different now, she shared, her voice gentle but steady. In that simple phrase, she validated a universal feeling. She gave language to the quiet transitions so many families experience. The tree still stands, the gifts are still exchanged, the love undoubtedly has deepened, but the feeling has evolved. The frantic, magical chaos of childhood gives way to something calmer, more conversational, and laced with a new kind of nostalgia. The beautiful, bittersweet ache of watching them fly. Kelly's reflections centered on this core truth of parenting, that our greatest success is also our most profound source of gentle heartache. She spoke of watching her children grow into independent, remarkable adults, a journey that fills a parent with unimaginable pride and fulfillment. But then, with courageous honesty, she touched on the other side of that coin. There is a beauty in watching them find their own paths, she acknowledged, but also a tender sadness in realizing that certain moments, certain sounds, certain versions of our family will never return in the same way. Can you feel it? That specific, quiet ache she named? It's not regret, it's not unhappiness. It's the deep, emotional recognition of life's fleeting, precious nature. It's looking at your grown child and for a split second still seeing the 5-year-old in footy pajamas racing toward the tree. It's the love so big that it somehow contains both overwhelming joy for who they are now and a soft grief for the little hands that don't hold yours as tightly anymore. For viewers who are parents, this wasn't just a celebrity interview moment. This was a mirror held up to their own hearts. Comments flooded social media. She put my exact feelings into words. I felt so seen. It's okay to miss the noise while loving the people they've become. Kelly gave millions permission to stop pretending that this transition is always easy. She gave us permission to hold two truths at once: deep gratitude and gentle sorrow, intertwined like strands of tinsel. The strength in vulnerability, how she said it, matters most. What made this moment transcend television and become a genuine cultural touchstone wasn't just what Kelly said, but how she said it. There was no performative crack in her voice, no play for sympathy. This was the opposite of drama. This was real life. She allowed thoughtful pauses to hang in the air, giving weight to her words. She let emotions surface naturally, softening her voice, letting her gaze grow distant for a moment as she recalled a memory. She maintained her composure, but the feeling was unmistakable. It was in the room and in living rooms across the country. This was the kind of vulnerability that doesn't need tears to be felt. You could hear it. You could feel it in your own chest. In a media landscape that often demands relentless positivity and curated perfection, Kelly's choice to be emotionally honest was not just refreshing, it was brave. She stood in front of millions and silently affirmed, "You can be strong and soft. You can be successful and sentimental. You can be grateful and a little bit heartbroken all at the same time. And that doesn't make your holiday wrong, it makes it human." The silent anchor, Mark's quiet support. Though the moment belonged to Kelly, the presence of her husband, Mark Consuelos, was a subtle, powerful undercurrent. She didn't embark on a grand tribute to him, but in referencing the importance of partnership, she painted a picture of a strength that exists in the quiet spaces. She spoke about having someone who understands, the person who notices the moments you grow quiet by the fire, who reads the reflection in your eyes, who doesn't need an explanation because they're living the same story alongside you. "It makes all the difference," she said simply. This glimpse into their long-admired relationship reframed it not as a fairy tale, but as a real, grounded partnership built on mutual understanding and emotional support. It was a reminder that the greatest gift during these complex emotional seasons isn't always under the tree. It's often the person sitting beside you on the couch, sharing the silence and holding the space for all your feelings. Why this resonated? The gift of feeling seen. So why did this single segment of a holiday special ignite such a powerful and lasting response? The answer is simple. It felt real. We are used to seeing Kelly Ripa as the embodiment of effervescent energy and razor-sharp wit. This moment reminded us that behind the camera, behind the laughter we've welcomed into our homes for years, is a person navigating the same emotional landscape we all are. She didn't claim hardship or position herself as a victim. She simply acknowledged that life, and especially the holidays that hold a magnifying glass on our lives, is beautifully, painfully layered. She gave voice to the silent side of Christmas, the part we often hide behind a smile, the part where we miss loved ones who are no longer here, even as we laugh with those who are, the part where we feel the passage of years more acutely, the part where joy and melancholy can and do coexist. Her message was a gentle revolution. Sadness does not cancel out gratitude. You can love your life and still feel emotional. You can be surrounded by family and still feel a pang of nostalgia. You can smile genuinely and still carry quiet, tender tears behind the tree. This permission to feel the full spectrum, delivered without preaching, was a profound comfort. A lasting legacy, permission to feel. In the years to come, viewers may not remember every skit or guest from this special, but they will remember how it made them feel. They will remember the pause in Kelly's voice. They will remember the soft, unguarded look in her eyes. They will remember the powerful sensation of being understood. This moment did more than just provide compelling television, it subtly reframed how we see public figures and, by extension, ourselves. Kelly's openness didn't diminish her strength, it amplified it. By sharing her vulnerability, she demonstrated profound resilience. By showcasing her humanity, she built a deeper, more meaningful connection with her audience. As the special drew to a close, the mood wasn't heavy, it was reflective and strangely hopeful. Kelly's ultimate message wasn't one of loss, but of awareness. Appreciate the moment you're in. Hold your loved ones close, in whatever form that takes, and allow yourself to feel what you feel without judgment. Understand that joy doesn't have to be loud to be real. Sometimes the most real joy is the one that lives right beside a tender tear. That is the gentle, powerful message Kelly Ripa left us with.